What's going on, my spooky friends? How we all doing? My name is Scott, and you're watching Exploring Attractions, bringing you some breaking news as of today. And if you're new here, consider subscribing down below with those bell notifications on. Leave this video a like at the end if you enjoyed it. And YouTube has made a new feature called the Super Thanks feature, and you can learn all of that down below in the description. If you want to help out the channel further, then that is really appreciated as well. But anyways, everybody, happy Friday the 13th. And Friday the 13th has struck again, because some not exciting but very sad news has come out of Universal Orlando this morning. And that's the fact that the Universal Classic Monster Cafe will officially be closed. It's permanently closed. No more temporarily closed. That thing is closed. Gone. For good. No more. I don't know other words for no more. And while I may seem excited about that, I'm not. I think it was a really cool cafe. It was something unique that you really couldn't get anywhere else. I mean, during Halloween Horror Nights, they had a character dining experience in there where different monsters and different IP characters from that year's lineup would meet and greet you in that cafe. So that was a really neat experience. However, now it's gone. So let's all just take a moment of silence here for the Universal Classic Monster Cafe. Okay, well, in any news, the big question here is what's going to replace it, right? And I think it's pretty obvious, or at least obvious to some people. Now, Universal hasn't said anything themselves as far as what's going to replace it. They just said stay tuned for more details in regard to a new dining experience. Experience, right? What does experience mean? Well, I don't think it's going to be as cool as an experience as Monsters Cafe was, but I think that it will be something that Universal fans are familiar with. And if you've been following the construction into what's replacing Shrek 4D, well, then you know exactly what I'm kind of referencing here. I think with the rumored Minions theme / VillainCon attraction that's going to be replacing Shrek 4D over at Universal Studios Florida, I really believe that Minion Cafe will make its way over to Florida as well, similar to the one that we have here in Hollywood, located in the Illumination area, you know, near Secret Life of Pets and Super Silly Funland. Now, with that being said, Universal uses the word experience. So will this also be a character dining experience? Will you have Minions and Gru and the three girls running around in there? Well, who knows? I would say they'd go the easy way and just make it Minions Cafe, since they did just redo that kind of facade area and the inside of it, you know, during the park closure and whatnot. So I think that it's just going to be a refreshed Minions Cafe in that location. But let's not, you know, knock out the fact that this could be an experience and be an actual character diner experience, as I hit my elbow on there. I think that would be really neat, and even though Minions is a little bit saturated in the parks, it's definitely good for overall theming in that area, since Monsters just isn't out of place. But what does that mean for the rest of the land? Could it turn into Super Silly Funland situation, because that whole area is kind of just Minions now? Well, I'm going to give credit to the person I saw this on Twitter. I thought it was a really entertaining tweet. Nicktoon Blast to Minion Mayhem, Shrek to VillainCon, Monsters Cafe to Minion Cafe, Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit to Gru's Rip Ride Rockit, and the transformation to Super Silly Funland at USF will be complete. And you know, with all that being said, it's a joke, but like I could see them retheming Rip Ride Rockit to fit Super Silly Funland. I don't think that's a far stretch with how much they're milking Minions as of late. And there's nothing wrong with that. New is always better. And I think that fans are slowly forgetting why exactly they're getting rid of the Monsters Cafe. I think it's part of a bigger picture, right? And like, if people realize that, then they're going to be a lot more excited. With that bigger picture being Epic Universe. Now, we all know the big rumors are a Universal Monsters themed land at Epic Universe, the brand new immersive theme park that's set to open in a couple years over in Florida. Well, like I said, Universal Monsters Land, there's two rumored restaurants. One could easily be a character dining experience or some form of Universal Monsters Cafe. So like I said, I really don't see why fans are getting so upset. Like, obviously they're taking them out of the cafe, but they're working on something new and refreshing and really, really nice. And I'm sure just as true to the classic Universal Monsters Cafe as they will put into the Epic Universe version. So I don't think fans of the cafe should get too disappointed, because remember guys, we are getting a Universal Monsters themed land, at least unofficially, in Epic Universe, the new theme park, within a couple of years or so. So I think that's a part of Universal Orlando's bigger picture here, as far as bringing the Minions over to Florida as big as possible and transitioning Universal Monsters over into Epic Universe, their brand new theme theme park. So that's really exciting. I really don't see any issue with that. I think that it's good for Universal. Always refreshing and new is a good thing. I think that this whole quote-unquote experience with Minions Cafe is actually just going to be a quick service, but I guess we'll see as time rolls on, because they're working fast on the Minion construction wall attraction or whatever it's going to be. So I'm assuming we'll hear something very, very soon from Universal Orlando. I'd say late summer we'll probably hear something, and that's just my best guess as to what the future developments of that area will be. Anyways, everybody, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to know your thoughts down below on all this news that came out here on Friday the 13th, and Universal Classic Monsters Cafe getting the axe at Universal Studios Florida. Let me know down below in the comments section. Anyways, everyone, my name is Scott, and you've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.